Does anyone have trouble being a nice guy? Well, in this video, I talk about what it's like being a nice guy and trying to run your own business. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kevin Yee, the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee. I was just talking to my boy Zach King. He actually runs a political commentary channel. Yeah, we were just talking about YouTube content and talking about like real shit that happens, right? I feel like these days everybody has like their 3 quick tips to get popular on YouTube and shit, and there's not enough people like talking about their pains and stuff. I just always want to keep it at 100 on this channel and just keep it real with you guys and talk about some of my struggles recently. Like when I say recently, within the last month or so, about like what it's like running a closing team. What is it like being an entrepreneur and being a nice guy? Because I don't really think a lot of people talk about it, and I feel like a lot of the time like people get this idea that you have to be like this like Wolf on Wall Street type of guy where you're just like, you're literally like, I don't care, I'll do fucking cocaine, I'll be a dick to people. But don't get me wrong, not all of us are like that, and in fact there's a lot of us that aren't like that. But I see why like a lot of nice guys, they get discouraged about business. It's tough. Like I've had clients in the past where I was way too nice, and it wasn't that the influencer or business owner was like malicious with their intent, but it was like, okay, I was giving way too much at the time, right? Like I want to people please. I don't like to see people in pain. It affects you, right? It affects you as a business because you start losing that. Once you start fixing this problem, then you fix this problem, then you fix this problem, people don't value as much. Just think about it like, you know, in high school, I was needy as fuck, man. I would just meet you and I would just fall in love with you, you know what I mean? And that's how I really felt. I felt like that needy girl, right? Or that needy guy who was thirsty as hell, and I just kept on over delivering. It was really tough. I struggled through that. And where do you put the balance between being really nice but really putting your foot down, right? And I'll get into that in a second, but the same thing was happening with my team. Like everybody just had like an opinion about what we should do, and I wanted to make everyone happy. I don't think a lot of nice guys talk about it, but at the end of the day, like, why do nice guys want to appease everyone? Why do they want to make everyone happy? And it's the fact that I was just really scared that people would just leave me in my life, right? Like I was thinking about it, I was like, why do I feel this way? And like from an early age, like my relationship with my dad, like I always wanted someone to support me and be there for me. And no matter what I did, it would never be enough. So I always thought like, man, maybe if I like make people happy, they would stay. And I'll be honest, it does work. Making people happy and like doing that, like it works. But you have to realize, this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize as nice guys, is that it's really manipulative. People don't like you because of you, it's because they like you for what you do. At the end of the day, it doesn't really serve people because they don't see your true personality. And in the case with business, when you're always trying to appease people, try to avoid like sensitive topics and stuff like that, then you're not truly serving the client, because you don't have to do it in a dickish way, but at the end of the day, you're solving people's problems, right? And sometimes that means putting your foot down and just being like, hey, you know what? I'm here to get you results, and this is what, like through my previous experience, this is what we need to do. If we go down X, Y, and Z, this is what might happen. What do you think we should do? So like I think as like I'm getting better and better with business and having more difficult conversations, I'm getting a lot better at it. Even with my team, right? I'm getting better and better at being more certain about what I want and maintaining that balance between like what we call in HTC, the ruby and the pearl, right? So the hard ass versus the compassionate person, right? Sometimes, like if you want to be very compassionate about people, you need to be very strong at times. I'm that guy who likes to listen to everyone and then makes a decisive decision. I was always so scared that I would make the wrong mistake and people would lead me, right? And that's truly how I felt. But now I realize, like, people don't want to be with a leader who is wavering. Dan Lok has this great quote. He says, "I might be wrong, but I'm never in doubt." And I think that quote is great because, like, if you want to make it in business, you're going to make mistakes, and just be open about it. That's what I'm truly learning. I think someone who's a great example of being compassionate and hard at the same time, who has really difficult conversations, and that's why people watch him all the time, is Joe Rogan. Like, he has difficult conversations. Like, he was talking to his Brendan Schwab, I think that's his name. Anyways, that's his really close friend who fought in the UFC, and he's just worried about him and telling him that, hey, you don't have what it takes to be a champion. And I hate to say this, and I was just watching this conversation and I was like, damn, this is crazy. I have the skills in business, right? I have the basic marketing down, I have the sales skills, I have the personality skills to connect people to opportunities. But I have to say, like, experience at the end of the day is always the best teacher, because it's taught me so much about myself, when to be hard, when to be a little softer, right? When to be more compassionate. And I've tried so many different things. It's just very interesting journey. Going forward, I'm just only going to get better. And I think the best thing you can do is just, like, start practicing. Try and balance the soft side with the hard side. Find someone who's really good at it. Like, I have a friend, his name is Tom. He has years and years of consulting, and he helps me with this all the time, and he's, like, great at it. He's like, to me, he's like a Sifu at it, right? So I always try to learn from him. I see how he positions himself. I see what he says, and he's great. And so, like, surround yourself around people like those. And if you're worried that people on your team are better than you, then guess what? You don't have an A-class team, because I truly believe the people on my team are probably better than me, right? At certain skills, right? For sure they are. And that's a good thing, guys. See, people don't follow you because of your quote unquote skill level, but they follow you for your transparency, the ability to communicate, the ability to connect the dots and give them opportunities and shit, you know? So guys, that is what I'm thinking right now. It's almost been 10 minutes since I shot this video. So guys, I'm quite curious, what are some of your biggest fears of business? Let me know in comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.